Hi folks, within a couple of hours Fujifilm will announce the new X-E5 and the new 23mm 2.8 pancake lens. It's going to be announced on June 12th at around 6 AM London time. And basically the X-E5 is a sort of X100VI with interchangeable mount, and yeah, of course you have the electronic viewfinder instead of the hybrid viewfinder. But the one cool feature of this camera is also that it has a new film simulation dial that really looks classic and really my kind of style. Moreover, I have leaked images of the OM-5II that I will show at the end of the video, and also leaked images of the Sigma 12mm 1.4 aps-c lens coming on June 17, just like the OM-5II that will be announced on the same day like the new Sigma lenses. So before we talk about all of that, a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss any of the upcoming rumors. In the past days I did exclusively for you leak the images of the Fujifilm X-E5 23mm pancake lens on fujirumors.com, and tomorrow June 12th at 6 AM London time you can follow the live blogging on fujirumors.com. If you are late in watching this video and the Fujifilm X-E5 has already been announced, just check out the links in the description box of this video. I have the pre-order links for BH Photo, Amazon, European stores and so forth. You can click on those to check out the camera and eventually pre-order it. You will also help this channel because I get a small commission and you don't pay a cent more. So this is a nice way to help me keep going on this channel. But now let's go back to the Fujifilm X-E5. The Fujifilm X-E5 is basically a Fuji X100VI with interchangeable mount, and without a hybrid viewfinder you're getting only an electronic viewfinder. Hopefully an X Pro camera will be coming next year to give you also that hybrid viewfinder on an interchangeable camera, but it will definitely be a more expensive camera than this one. So let's kick off with the first info I want to share. It's about the new film simulation dial on this X-E5. You can see it here on the left, and it has a very classic film Leica kind of look, and I truly like it. I much prefer it over the film simulation dial of the X-T50 you can see here. On the X-E5, it really looks way more classic and high quality. I have leaked images of the top plate from the X-E5, you can see it here. On the top you see on the left the film simulation dial, and I think you will agree with me that this is a neat integration into the camera, so it's not a big dial that will take a lot of space on the left. It's integrated and very elegant, and I hope that this solution will also be implemented on a future X Pro camera and other cameras that will have film simulation dials. I also have an image of the back of the camera, you can see it here. The camera has a 3-way tilting screen compared to the 2-way tilting screen from the X-E4, so there is definitely an improvement. Now I want to move on to the specs, but let's share first the pricing info about this camera. I got the pricing info in US dollars. And the camera is quite expensive. The original X-E4 was priced at $850, but in the meantime the X-E5 will get many more features the X-E4 didn't have, like for example the integrated IBIS, and also the camera in the meantime, because it's produced in China, will be hit by a 30% tariff rate for the US market, so the new pricing is $1,699 for the body only. This is basically double the price from the X-E4, but again we're comparing a bit apple and oranges because there is a tariff rate and because the X-E5 really looks like a major improvement over the X-E4, and so it sort of makes sense. I don't have the European pricing. I guess it will be lower than in comparison than the US pricing, but this is what you have to pay for the new X-E5. Now let's make a quick comparison of the specs between the X-E5 and other cameras. Here is the comparison between the X-T5, the X-E5, the X-T50 and the X100VI. They are all similar cameras because they use the same sensor, the same processing engine, same IBIS and so forth. The X-E5 and the X-T5 are definitely the most expensive cameras, and the X-T50 still is probably the best bang of the buck because it has the same X-E5 features but it costs $300 less. The X-E5 has the same 3-way tilt screen of the X-T5, that's an improvement over the X-T50 and the X100VI. Sadly, the X-T5 has this lower resolution 2.36 million dot EVF, so for me the real reasons to get the X-E5 compared to the other cameras are the new film simulation dial that definitely looks better on the X-E5. Of course, the classic rangefinder look, many prefer that over X-E5 look with the EVF in the center. It's also a bit more compact than an X-E5 and an X-T50. You have that kind of X100VI style, but the benefit of having X-mount, so interchangeable lenses and so forth. Let me know in the comment system what you think about this camera, if you think that's enough for you to pull the trigger and pre-order the X-E5. So that was about it. If you want to see the full specs, jump over on fujirumors.com. You have a full spec sheet that you can scroll down forever, but basically there are no major changes compared to the other models. Don't expect anything revolutionary. So now let's move on to the next leaks. I will first show the Sigma 12mm 1.4 lens and then the OM-5II. The Sigma 12mm 1.4 will be announced on June 17, and you can see the images here. This is the E-mount version of the lens. There will be also a Canon RF, Fuji X and Leica L-mount version, and this is how it looks when it's mounted on the Sony a6700. So it doesn't look much different than other prime lenses from the Sigma range. It's a nice addition to the lens lineup, and as I told you already, the 1740mm 1.8 aps-c lens will be announced on the same day, June 17, and this is definitely an exciting lens, and I already leaked the images in my previous video. You can see them again here. This gives you full frame performance on an aps-c camera, so quite for me important lens if you are an aps-c camera owner. When it comes to pricing, how to fly, a friend of mine that is active on x.com shared the pricing for the Australian market. So I will now read you the pricing in Australian dollars and then make a rough conversion in dollars, but keep in mind obviously that this is not 100% exact. The pricing for the 1740mm art lens is 1,650 Australian dollars, which is about $1,000 in US. So it's going to be a relatively expensive lens for an aps-c zoom lens, but you are getting this full frame bokeh performance and full frame light gathering capability on your aps-c camera. So I think for many this will be worth the price. The 12mm 1.4 lens will be priced at 1,080 Australian dollars, which is around $700 US. Now let's move on to OM Digital. They will announce OM-5II on June 17, the same day of the Sigma announcement. You can see the first leaked image of the camera here, and basically this is an OM-5 with very small differences and improvements. So the buttons, for example, on the top right of the camera are now black instead of silver. The button feeling should be improved, similar to what we got with the OM-1II compared to the OM-1, which had a better haptic when it comes to buttons. So that's the same thing that we are going to see on OM-5II, but the core specs will be nearly about the same, with improvements on image stabilization and some additional software tricks. So folks, this was what I wanted to share today, the leaked images of the X-E5 and specs, and also leaked images of the Sigma lens and the OM-5II. Those announcements are all happening within the next 5 days, so all that stuff is coming very soon, and all the pre-order links you will find in the description box below. And that's about it. If you have more info about upcoming announcements from Hasselblad and Sony, because Hasselblad should announce the X2D too, and Sony might have an announcement between late June and mid-July, you can contact me using this email address and contact form, and also chat with me directly through Signal and Telegram. So hopefully there will be some more announcements from those companies and maybe even other companies before the hot summer season. And in July and August will work hardly to get the info, for example, about the next 2 Sony cameras that will be announced pretty soon, because 2 Sony cameras have been officially registered in China, so they are coming. So I suspect those are the E7V and FX3 II, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so hopefully sources will update me on this very soon. But also there will be some rumors about Canon cameras and Nikon cameras coming this year. I'm just working right now on a Canon full frame camera rumor that I got, and I'm trying to double check, so hopefully also I can share more about this soon. Folks, that's really it for today. As you know, as usual, you can like this video to help in the YouTube algorithm, subscribe if you don't want to miss any of the upcoming leaks and rumors, and see you soon.